What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NBA DFS video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. We have a small 4-game slate on tap for us today. Incredibly excited for this because we've had some huge nights on small slates like this throughout my career of doing what I do at Greenlight DFS. So I'm incredibly excited for it. We've got some solid spots here as well. It's not like a slouch 4-game slate. It's a solid one. So really excited to get into these plays for today. I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. We're going to get in, get out, short and sweet. You know how I like to do it because I want to get back on the slate and just grind away at this. Last night, the early version, as you guys know, I've been posting early at Greenlight DFS just to give people access to the NBA optimals early so they can get them entered in. And then if we need to update closer to lock, then we can do so. The original line absolutely smashed. And then James Harden had to be ruled out. So, of course, in my position, you have to grab spots with a guy like James Harden out and the prices of these players not adjusted for him being out. So we had to grab some Philly. I went up to Embiid, um, which ended up being an optimal way to go last night with no James Harden. And then Embiid plays 3 quarters, 33. He just, yeah, it was not a good situation. Chicago could not score at home last night, and it just ruined the update. Absolutely ruined the update. But at the end of the day, the process has been on, man. I've been locked in. It was beautiful. The original absolutely smashed before that news. So we're all over Big W. That would have been our third win in a row if James Harden wasn't ruled out. So that's the way I look at it. I'm excited to get it once again, y'all. Remember, every day that we win this week, I'm putting $50 into a pot, and at the end of the week, I'm going to give it to an active Greenlight DFS member. All right, so. I don't think I've announced that in my videos yet, but yes, that's what we're doing at Greenlight this week. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. So, first and foremost, I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. I'm going to go pretty quickly. I'm going back to the well on Darius Garland. Okay, Darius Garland let me down with like 29 fantasy points last time I played him. I'm going right back to it at only 7-2. He's almost projected at 40 for me. I absolutely love Garland here, and especially if he's going to be low owned because he let people down last time, I'm down to jump right back on that. You know what I mean? So I love Darius Garland in this spot against Brooklyn in what should be a good competitive game. Fastish pace. Really love it. Now, there's not a ton of value on this slate, but Cole Anthony pops a solid one under 6K. This is a guy that you can kind of plug in within your lineup that's kind of gives you safe floor, like not safe floor, but the dude's been incredibly consistent at the end of the day. Jalen Suggs is out for Orlando. That's been giving Cole Anthony extra opportunity. Now he's not a guy who is in the starting lineup, but he still plays the 30 plus minutes, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. This is a fantastic spot for him at home, and like I said, the value is thin today. So if you want somebody who's like a safe-ish bet at a cheaper-ish cost under 6K, then Cole Anthony's your guy today. Next up, I mean, you got Paul George out, so obviously Kawhi Leonard's going to be the incredibly popular way to go here. Now, if you want to get different, it is a 4-game slate, y'all. If you want to get different in this spot, it would be to get off of Kawhi. Maybe pivot off Kawhi to Russell Westbrook. Get off Kawhi, maybe go Shai Gilchrist-Alexander. These are just options that I've looked at so far this morning. It just depends on what you want to do. For me, in the high five, I'm just going to tell y'all Kawhi Leonard is probably going to end up in optimals. I would imagine with no Paul George, but at the end of the day, we do have some solid options on this slate today. And at the end of the day, I mean, there are options that could beat Kawhi Leonard. I mean, Shai Gilchrist-Alexander, in all honesty, could score more than Kawhi Leonard, and he's cheaper. So that's the interesting part, the way to go today. And obviously, the ownership on Leonard is going to be incredibly high. If they play it safe with Leonard, because we're getting near the end of the year, if they play it safe with Leonard with no Paul George, or something goes on, or maybe the Clippers are dominating in the first half, they're really going to limit Kawhi, and things could get out of hand for him. Now, he's in a great spot, though. He's in a great spot, obviously, so in no way, shape, or form am I saying completely fade him all around. But on a 4-game slate, if you're just playing one bullet, it's something to consider. Okay? All right. Next up, Jarrett Allen really pops for me today. I love Jarrett Allen today against Brooklyn, going against his old team. Love him on player props. Love him in DFS. He's a fantastic option today. I really think he's going to hit that 6X mark. Just fantastic value in a slate that doesn't have any as of right now. He's 6'3", great spot for him against Brooklyn. Last but not least, another guy who's just been consistent value is Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's on a double-double streak, has been killing it. Now he gets the matchup against Orlando. He's going to play some solid minutes here because Orlando's a decent sized team with Wendell Carter down below and all that good stuff. Oh no, he's not on a double double streak. What was I thinking? I must have been thinking about a different player. Um, but either way, this is a solid option. Like I said, once again, on a slate that does not have much value. So Mitchell Robinson against Orlando is in a solid spot to just kind of return value on a slate with no value. And that's another thing to consider as well with Kawhi Leonard. Like Kawhi Leonard is that guy over that almost 10K that on a slate with no value, it gets rough once you get him in, okay? But at the end of the day, this high five feels solid for me. Obviously, I'm gonna be grinding on this all day, so things could change. So make sure you stay tuned. Hit up greenlightdfs.com. Stay tuned with when I post the optimals that I do have around 2 to 3 o'clock. Give you a good idea of how we're attacking this slate. And then if any crazy news comes up, we'll pivot to make adjustments just like we did last night at the end of the day. That's the key, man. That's the key to these takedowns. And I've told y'all, I'm gunning for safety. Yes, I want that cash money, but I'm adding more upside to my lines lately because I really want that takedown by the end of the year. And really, I would love one before the baseball season starts in 7 days. So grinding into another whole level lately. And excited to get this money, y'all. So Darius Garland, Cole Anthony, Kawhi Leonard, Jarrett Allen, and Mitchell Robinson. Let's go ahead and get it, baby. And by the way, um, the thing is that we update our projections on the Greenlight Optimizer all throughout the day. So make sure if you have Greenlight DFS access, if you want to make a pivot off of the on a 4 game slate, like if you want to make a pivot off of what we believe to be the optimal version, then looking at the optimizer to kind of get an idea of where we have projected around there is the best way to do that. Okay, I've had people ask me like, hey, what would you recommend if I wanted to pivot a few spots off and get different, to raise my upside chances. Completely understand that, and yeah, I would use the Greenlight Optimizer to kind of get different there. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this money tonight, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me as always. And remember, Greenlight DFS members, y'all still have the Props Made Easy tools available to you. Utilize those under member exclusive tools. You guys will always have access. All Greenlight DFS members will have access to the Props Made Easy tools over here, which have been having amazing success in player props lately. So definitely take advantage of those tools. Those still are active on Greenlight, even though PropsMadeEasy.com is launched. Those tools are still available for Greenlight members and will stay available for Greenlight members from here on. So definitely utilize that. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and let's get it. I'm out. Peace.